Here's to escapism, everybody. You are listening to Session 82 of Primordial Harmony, a retelling of the classic Elemental Evil story in D&D. My name is Mike Hall, and I am running this, and tonight I'm joined by...
Hello, I'm Senna, and I'm playing Delia, the Gnome Wizard.
And I am Kitties, and I am playing Hum, the Gnome Bard. Miles.
Uh-oh, is Miles AFK?
I didn't press the push to talk. Hi, my name is Miles. I'm playing today as Odd Enough, Osmar Seeker.
And I'm Nyx. I'm playing Vox, which is a changeling rogue.
And I'm Zaffin, everyone's favorite father, Zachariel Vitalis, the Fire Genasi fighter / demigod.
We're doing it live here. When last we left the Excavators. On a Solid Strides Earth Elemental powered cart, Zachariel, Tadias, Hum, Vox, and Delia, with her familiar Nathan, follow in pursuit of the Black Earth cultist that ran out of the Sacred Stone Monastery. The dark rock tunnel they venture through, empty until a group of more Ankegs appear out from the darkness. However, strangely, the creatures veer out of the way of the cart. But to assist Renwick and the Orboro Corps, the Excavators aggravate the Ankegs and put them down. Further along the rock tunnel, after some gradual turns this way and that, the party passes through what they discover was once a civilization of kobolds and ogres, all bludgeoned to death, and their warren of caves destroyed for the very tunnel the party finds themselves in. After a somber conversation, they continue on. A few hours after that, after some miles, more gradual winding turns, the party is asked, seemingly out of nowhere, in their heads, to stop. From the darkness steps out a huge, dragon-like creature with purple gemstones growing out of its gray body. An amethyst dragon by the name of Miladiris. Miladiris held the cultist the party was pursuing off the ground without using her arms, and spoke telepathically to the party and him. She seemed to be unsure of this conflict. Who should she help? The party convinced her of the cult's aims to spread chaos, which seemed to be enough justification for her. She destroyed the cultists without any qualms, and wished the party luck. She'd also state that if they returned with something useful to her, she might have something for them. The party, shaken by that encounter, continue on, and find what must be the entrance to the Earth Cult's lair. They hole up in an alcove off to the side for the night, nearby more of the Solid Strides carts, and in the morning they enter, fighting off some gargoyles at the chasm-spanning entrance. They venture further in after some re-evaluating of their marching order. It's Vox that takes point, but as she enters, she spots a cultist wearing the stone plate armor, picking his nose. Her instincts kicking in, Vox fires off a few choice shots and combat erupts. As the party files into the room, several teams of what appear to be highly trained kobold teams engage with them. The cultist turns out to be a bullet rider as he calls his mount from the ground, and for the first time the party witnesses how one can show affection to a bullet, by smacking your fist on its hide as hard as you can. While the bullet got dangerously close, Zachariel managed to avoid its killer bite, and the rest of the team put down the creature, and after a pitched scrum, Zachariel struck the final blow against the cultist. We return to the morning of Kythron 28. I'm gonna take you guys there. And I'm going to move the camera. And I'm going to get the As the burrow shark falls, he clings to life for a few moments, his expression one of anger and agony. He utters out, "I may fall, but Marlos will..." And he coughs, blood on his lip. His breath rattles out, and his eyes glaze over. He's dead. What do you do?
Well, let's check the body.
All right. I need to describe this where you are a little bit more clearly, just for the world building. Let me see here. So this room here, I described the stone doors. I don't know if I mentioned, but this here is let me use the arrow key. Yeah. This here is like a weird sort of pile of mud that's flush with the floor. The room down here that you can see, now that the fighting is ended, this was once a magnificent hall with a soaring ceiling, marble floors, and intricate carvings of prosperous farmlands decorating the halls, or the walls. It has since fallen into ruin. Deep cracks mar the walls, sections of masonry have collapsed, and the huge stone doors of the north end of the hall that you are at are broken. Passages lead west and south. There's a stone door to the east. And you see what bedrolls and small cooking fire must have belonged to those those kobolds. Checking the body. So, Vox is checking the body. Is anybody else doing anything?
I'd like to just peek in this thing here.
Oh, you see that hallway. Or not hallway, but you see like the area beyond. But yeah, as you do that, Delia, what's your AC right now?
13.
All right. You hear a twang from behind you.
I'm gonna step away.
Well, hang on. I gotta first see if it hits you.
Oh God.
Oh, it crits you for sure. So we're just gonna resolve the damage real quick. A crossbow bolt strikes you in the back. Well, not in the back, maybe on the leg. It just grazes and it hurts a lot. What do you do? It obviously came from here. The other arrow slit. And everyone else hears Delia get struck.
Just gonna say,
I'm gonna go
ow.
into the other room right away. Start looking at the walls. What are
Yank
they?
the crossbow bolt out of me. It came from over here.
I'm gonna move up and put my shield on the hole.
As you're approaching, you can now clearly see a face of a person who looks sort of dwarvish, but he has gray skin and a white beard, and he levels a crossbow at you, and he's going to roll to hit. And we'll see if he hits before you're able to put the bow up. Or sorry, your shield up. Yeah, so clangs off your shield, you put it up, now what do you do? And for Vox... For Vox, you find that much silver on his person, but other than that, his stone armor is starting to like soften and become clay-like, and there's also just his spear.
I tell the party that there's door around the corner. Check the door down here.
I'll go down, check the door down here.
Oof. Roll 20 is chugging for me really hard. Is it chugging hard for anyone else?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was having trouble last night. Okay. So this door here. Whale. You. Ooh. Ooh, yeah. Okay. You crack open the door and,
No, I wasn't cracking open. I'm just checking the door out first.
oh, well, it's...
Seeing if I hear anything.
The door is on, so this is the first time Vox is encountering this. So the door is on, it's a stone door that's on a pivot, in the center. So you're pressed up against the door and you're listening. Go ahead and roll a perception check. What would you hear? You, okay. You hear what sounds like shifting of clothes and armor on the other side of the door. It's very faint because it seems to be like not up against the door, but that's there. Something is moving on the other side of the door.
I'm gonna let the others know what I hear. I think we've got company on the other side of this door.
Wouldn't surprise me.
How do you guys want to proceed?
Well, what do you think, Delia? I mean, a fireball would be really good into that area.
I mean, I could.
I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, it might get them to back off a little.
What do you think, Tadias?
I think you should get out of this room so I can get the shield out the hole.
Well, I mean, can't I, like... What if I, like, shoot a fireball into the hole?
Fire in the hole.
I only sell one if you think it's necessary.
Oh, well...
Well, they know we're here. Why haven't they come through the door?
There are cowards hiding behind the slits.
I don't know. If I had
What
seen
did
through
you
a
see?
hole everything that was going on, I probably would have stayed behind a door.
It's true. They're probably just waiting for us to come through the door. I'm doing it.
Through where? The arrow slit?
Yep, I'm
Oh.
doing it. As soon as
Okay.
as Tadias moves out of the way.
I'm gonna like just kind of peel the shield away while also like sliding into covering Delia at the same time from the crossbow that's probably coming.
As you're sliding it away, are you looking toward the hole at all?
No, I'm kind of keeping the shield as in between me and it as possible.
Okay. So Delia, you see him move the shield.
I'm throwing a fireball right in there.
You throw a fireball right in there. Give me a template. Oh wow, roll 20 is hurting real hard right now.
I'm on it.
Alrighty. Well, so obviously you want the point of origin to be kind of behind you. Alrighty. So I wish these had a center march. That'd be nice. Wow. Oh wow, it's so slow.
Oh, I got my bow ready, aiming at the door in case they come through.
want to figure out. No snapping.
It's like whenever they put like Coke and Mentos in like a fishing hole, and then they stick their hand in.
Yeah, roll
and
damage.
get the fish out that way.
Alrighty. Oh, he needs to.
Nice fireball deal, yeah.
That was a good one. Dex.
That's pretty good.
Okay, well, you hear a scream. But when the fire clears, looking through the arrow slit. Oh, fuck. Oh, no. Well, okay. Looking through the arrow slit, you see, you don't see any, you don't see anybody there. But you heard a scream. Mark off the spell.
Already did.
What do you do now?
I guess we should go checking out.
I'm for that.
I'm gonna like
Hey,
crawl over the
Justin, you haven't
the
spoken in a
bullet.
while. You here?
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm just listening.
Got it. Alrighty. Well, oh god, roll 20. Okay. Oh, good. Okay. So, you guys are gonna go through, or you're gonna try the door. Who's opening the door?
Hum will
I'll-
open the door.
Hum will open the door. Alright, Hum, you spin the door on its pivot, and... Oh my god.
When she does, she kind of crouches.
Yeah, you're definitely not surprised. Oh my god. Wow. Okay. Sorry, I'm struggling with roll 20 right now. Alright. You open the door, you look in, and you see two hulking figures that are, like, trying to stand off to the sides. They're not doing a very good job of being hidden. And they hear the door and they tense up a bit.
Hum looks in, and she looks back at everybody, and she holds up two, and she shows like a really big thing. I don't see anything. Maybe the door is empty. She points to everybody that there's one on each side.
I'm gonna ready an attack.
Okay. You stand ready with an attack. Nothing happens.
Do you want me to go first?
Hum nods yes and says, "No, I don't think we should go into this room." She nods yes really emphatically.
Make an insight check real quick, Hum, because I imagine you'll pass a glance at these two figures before you step out of side. All right, it's simple to tell that they kind of loosen their stance a little bit. They seem to relax a bit.
Hum says, "Okay, I'm walking away," and she points Zachariel in, and she makes steps to sound like she's walking away.
Okay, well, I'll just come in here to relieve myself. You wait here.
On it. She
All right,
readies an
well,
attack.
So you're not surprised by this, but these two guys are ready. So go ahead and roll initiative as they start to try to come down on you with these war picks. I'm gonna sort. Whoa! Oh, roll 20. What you doing? What are you doing to me? Alright, sort the thing. Alright, well these guys, they're not sure exactly.
Didn't Zachariel row 18?
Did he? Oh,
I did.
where'd your thing go?
I clicked on my token.
Well, roll 20's being dumb, so I'm just gonna add you to the turn order and make it happen. And I'm gonna resort, and we're gonna start. Alrighty, well, these guys are little, they're not surprised, but they're a little bit off-put by just the brazen walking in, and they are a little slow going to ready or to wind up a strike with their war pick. However, suddenly you feel a you feel a bit of wind and potentially pain. Oh no. As
A little bit, man.
one dude comes uninvisible and hits you with a strike of his war pick for 5 piercing. That's his turn. Zachariel.
Which one hit me?
This guy. Oh, wow. It didn't show up on the other side. Cool. Oh, that's because I'm in the wrong layer. That one.
The small guy.
He was invisible, and he struck you, and he turned visible again.
Oh my god, I'm gonna knock him over.
Alright. Strength.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Yes, I am.
Yes, I am.
Alright, I'm gonna wail into him.
Yeah. That's a hit. For 9 bludgeoning. That's 8. Wait. No, that's a hit. Both hit. 9 and 13. 22 damage. Okay. Alrighty. And also, when you don't really notice it yet. Anything else?
No, that'll be it for me.
Vox.
Since I got my bow out, I'm gonna shoot at that one there.
Do you have line of sight?
I can see it.
Oh yeah, you do. Okay. Well, it has. It's gonna have 3/4 cover. Well, no, it's gonna have half cover. Which means its AC is 2 higher than normal. I'm assuming you clicked and roll 20 is just chugging. Oh, that's a miss, unfortunately. Anything else?
I'm just gonna go by the wall and that's it.
Alright. What the hell? Wait a minute. Oh, whoops. Okay, well, that's fine. It doesn't matter too much. I hit the wrong dude. But that's fine. Zachariel, you hear footsteps coming toward you. And, you feel another whoosh of wind and potentially a smack. Going to hit as this guy appears.
That hits.
9 piercing. That's his turn. Delia.
Okay. I'm gonna peek in this door and see lots of people and decide that now is the time for another fireball.
Alright. Don't even worry about the template. It's kind of clear where everybody is. So go ahead and roll that damage for me. Woof.
Oh.
And I need to roll some dex saves. 4, exactly. 1, 2, 3. I don't have advantage, so just take the first number. 4. Alright, so, this guy saves, but that's it. We're gonna take away 10 damage from him, and 20 damage from everyone else. This guy in front of you is charred and not alive anymore, and this one hurts a lot. All right. Unless anything else, Delia?
No, I think that's it.
All right, Hum.
So Hum is going to use her crossbow. Hopefully well. She is going to use her bolt shower.
Yeah.
And she's also going to use her spell slot to
Of the
higher
DC?
the DC.
Alrighty. So that's gonna be.
And she's going to use 5 bolts. And she's pointing at these guys right here.
Alrighty.
So
We got 5d6. Oh, they need to make dex saves. Derp. Dex. Well, they both fail. All right, all of them get riddled with those 5 arrows and just crazy parts, and they collapse. Nathan. Nathan.
Go, Nathan. Distract whoever's left in there.
I do that. And
Oh, he doesn't have sight.
I'll give him that right now. But Zachariel Nathan comes in and does all that. And this guy is quite distracted. Unfortunately, it is its turn as it's not quite distracted yet. It bears down with its war pick. Does not have advantage. Yeah, 18. Misses. You block it with your shield, Tadias.
Alright, I see a big one. Let's go deal with that big one. I guess I'm gonna throw the daggers in. Let's go the flint blade, is that what it's called?
Up to you.
Blood flint, there it is.
You have advantage on this one because of Nathan.
Oh, right. I will roll that again. Does 29 hit?
Sure does.
Let's do it.
Oh, you kill it. You just right in the forehead and it just collapses.
And I don't see any others immediately.
You do not. And to your left over here, you see the carbonized remains of the one that Delia got with that really powerful fireball.
I was mad. He shot me.
Now he's no more.
I'm just gonna walk up here with Zachariel and close this off and look down the hallway. Those fireballs do work.
Well, you know what they say.
I don't know. What do they say?
Hell hath no fury, like a woman scorned, or shot with a crossbow bolt.
I agree with that.
I'm
I'll have to
slightly
remember this.
terrified.
As there's like this natural pause as you're kind of looking over their corpses, and maybe Vox and Hum are kind of checking out what kind of money they have. They have nothing. Zachariel, you feel and hear Suni's speak to you. She says, Zachariel, I can feel it. My antithesis is here, Ogremok. A part of his essence, at least, like how my essence is in the spade. The one carrying him is cruel and dangerous. And suddenly, the voice and the emotions that you feel from her are different. And it feels more like a memory. Your memory. We must know our enemy, Zaman.
Oh.
That's it.
Guys. Perhaps we should be wary and on our guards. Suni says that her antithesis is here. There's a very powerful being here somewhere.
Doesn't surprise me. Every time we end up in one of these places we have to fight someone who's dangerous.
Have we seen these Durgar before? Like
No,
these guys?
you've never seen these kind of creatures before, and I'm going to just say that Tadias knows of them because of reading, maybe.
That was the reason I was thinking it, because of all of the, infrastructures.
The archaeology.
Why are they so big?
Oh shit! Well, you know what? These guys. I dragged your token by accident. These
Oh, that was me.
These guys shrink down when they're dead. You can make an Arcana check. Tadias and Delia can make Arcana checks if they'd like, to see if they know. Okay, do you know, based on readings, through whatever scholarship you've had to apply or undergo, that Durgar have a natural ability to turn themselves invisible and to enlarge themselves. And it's just it mimics a spell, and it isn't a permanent change.
Well, that's neat.
Oh
I
yes.
wish I could do that.
Is there a way you can learn that?
Not naturally like these guys do it. So, the antithesis of Sunni.
She did give you a name, Zachariel.
What was the name?
Ogre Mock.
Ogre Mock.
Oh, whoops. Yes, I googled the name for the correct spelling. What of it?
Good.
Ooh.
It's got the little thingy over the E. I'm not a linguistics
Oh, it's
person.
French.
I don't know.
Oh, Ogre Mock.
It's an accent
You gotta make
aigu.
more. Yeah, you gotta make a little more at the end.
Oh, no, that makes sense. He's earthy. You're all Hermock.
All these sounds in my ears.
Apologies.
Like a dish.
The also describe the room. The crumbling masonry in this old guard room illustrates the great age of this complex. To the north, a long gallery leads to an arrow slit. To the south, piles of rubble choke a small inner chamber. Half a dozen piles of firewood nearby keeps a stove well stoked.
Do we see any iconography on these Duragar that show that they're part of the cult in any way?
They have scratched into their shields is the symbol of the Earth Cult, but none of them have the iconography on their bodies, like you might find
Gotcha.
on a full-fledged cultist.
Well, does Sunni have any warnings for us? Anything we should be?
She says that there's a very powerful foe here. She can sense at least just a fraction of him, at the very least, and to be on our guard.
Did she feel it in one direction?
I'll ask her. Does she know a general direction?
I'm not entirely certain. I feel I might be able to tell you if we get closer, but the entire this place is full of that dark power. Evil Earth. And you've kind of like sensed the shudder coming from her own feelings.
So, how is everybody feeling? Do we need some healing at this?
Well, I'm We'll say I'm pretty good.
Yeah,
Probably
not too
not
bad.
worry for wasting resource.
Okay. Well, then I'll heal myself. Why not a 9?
Oh man. The D8 though. Such a fickle die.
You know, now that you mentioned it, it really is. All right, I'm gonna start heading out of this room because it looks like it has no exits.
Nope, just the one you came in. Seems to be the archaeology sense would tell you that it seems to be a defensible position for the civilization that used to be here. Where are you going?
There's no left for Tadias to go, so which way is Tadias going?
This is the most left, so I'm going this way.
It's left from the room he just left. Haha. Alright, so I need to scroll down. Oh my god, wow. It's so bad.
It's always fun when I get to do the left thing.
Oh, is Roll20 still chugging?
It's chugging
Oh, yeah.
so hard. I scroll and it's just like I can hear a mechanical gears whirring.
I played in Ross's games the other day, and we literally had 1 FPS. Like, we'd move our tokens, and it would take several seconds for it to catch up.
All right, well, I'm not about to blame my computer
It's
for
the
this.
website, dude.
It's definitely the website. Anyway,
Server based.
we'll do our best. So there's a hallway. Do you go down it?
Well, I feel like our stealth is in front.
I'm stealthing down.
Alrighty. Oof. Okay. Let's see here. Scroll, scroll, scroll. To your right, there seems to be a crumbled wall of nothing. And to your left, there's a door. And carved into that door is a frowning dwarf in plate armor with a spiky mace.
Gonna motion the guys to come down, saying there's a door down here.
And you also see what looks like a T intersection further down, or it could be like a wall. You're not entirely sure.
Do you guys want to keep going or check out what's behind the door?
We are pretty good at opening doors.
Doors are definitely one of our good things.
Would you like the honors to open it up, again?
No, why don't you go right ahead?
I will. Okay, I'm going to listen first.
Listening at the door, go ahead and roll a perception check. You hear sounds of sloshing something. You hear a kapoosh, and then a and then just various noises like that.
Sensing some kind of monster behind this door. Are you guys ready?
Well, I feel like no time like the present.
Let's do it.
Okay, I'm got my bow out and I'm gonna open the door.
Okay, you open the door. Dynamic lighting? Hello? Alright. You open the door and you see the room fills your vision. Large stone statues carved to look like scowling dwarf warriors line the walls of this large chamber. Each statue holds a mace in its hands. However, several of the statues are melted or deformed. The flagstones in the middle of the room have been removed to reveal a surface of what was once natural rock, but is now like the sort of pit of mud. Several work tables and shelves full of reagents of some kind are tucked into the crevices between the statues, and at the very end, working on this mud pit, is what looks like a individual with dark skin and clay-colored markings along his face. Hello?
With my bow out, I'm gonna say, "Stop what you're doing."
Excuse me? And who are you? And then he kind of cocks his head and he looks and he sees Zachriel towering over. And he says, the troublemakers, I see. Or at least that's what Marlos likes to call them. You.
Marlo's got a problem with us.
Well, of course. As I'm aware, most of the prophets are quite perturbed by your doings. And if my sources are accurate, one of them has been slain by your group.
I don't know, tiefling, yay high, kind of fanatical.
I believe her name was Vanifer, yes.
Had a weird floating eye.
He cocks an eyebrow at that. That's not something I heard of. He says, can I help you?
Who are you?
My name is Mirage. M-I-R-A-J.
Okay.
Are you the mage that Marlis has employed to study earth and water magic?
He cocks his head and he says, yes, I am a mud sorcerer. And then he raises his arm. He just he doesn't raise his arm back. He puts his arm forward and his palm down, and he lifts his hand up a bit, turning his fingers into a crane kind of look. And you watch as the mud in front of him just lifts up and turns into various shapes. And he lets it back to the ground, or back into its puddle.
Well, that's pretty cool. Your talents would be much better suited for not the cult.
He says, that may be true, but my pursuits are better supported by the cult. I am not a fanatic, as most of the others here are, merely a scholar. And he bows a little bit as he says that.
As he's talking, I'm going to whisper back to Zachriel, "Should I shoot or let him continue?"
Hold on, he's not doing anything.
Tell me, Mirage, do you know a Sunni?
The princess of good earth elementals.
And do you know a Zaman Rule?
He thinks for a moment and he says, I believe that was the name of the fire archnomental that was once, that clashed with clashed with his counterpart many centuries ago. In these very lands.
And how do you feel about those two?
It is not my conflict.
How would you like to meet them?
He blinks, and he sort of what kind of gesture would he do? He says, "I personally am not, as I've told you, I'm not a fanatic. I don't particularly have any enthusiasm for meeting the players in the inner planes."
Well, how do you feel about staying alive through this whole thing? You sound like a scholar, somebody who doesn't want to be injured, someone who would like to keep practicing.
This sounds like a veiled threat. And then he puts his hand out a little bit, and you see there's a ripple in the mud puddle in front of you.
It is not a veiled threat. What it is a question. We are trying to save the people of this area, and if attacking us is something that you plan, we would have to take care of that. But if you'd like to live, maybe you could move on.
You're telling me to pack all of my reagents and leave this place, which is in tune with the plane of Earth.
I'm giving you a chance to live.
He narrows his eyes. Is Hum, like, speaking through Zachriel's legs?
Yes.
Or, okay. I want a little bit of a picture of, like, where Hum is, because, like, you know, the door, and he's, like, at the end of that room. It might be hard for him to see her. So is she, like, peeking, like, maybe peeking around Vox's leg or something?
Well, she's like on the side. She's peeking around Zachriel's legs.
Okay.
I'm gonna sort of like nudge Hum and say, well, I mean, if he's not affiliated with the cult, like, even if he just vacated temporarily until we're, like, done with this.
Absolutely.
Mirage.
He just looks to Zachriel.
You see, we have a bone to pick, an axe to grind with marvels. And if we can, we would like to avoid any unnecessary bloodshed. We're not these murderous, ravenous killers that the cult would draw us as. In fact, we've even freed and saved some cult members. I would prefer to free and save as many as I can, but the fanatic ones just do not want that, and they have to die, because they are hurting innocent people.
He looks considerate for a moment. Why don't you, I would like a charisma check from both Hum and Zachriel, and we're gonna sort of treat it as like a tag team advantage.
God, I hope you roll high.
I usually do. Well, let's hope I don't roll a 1. Holy shit.
Well, you can tack on more than that, because... Did I just say charisma?
Yes,
Yeah.
you did.
Oh, well... What was Hum doing? She was kind of... That was a veiled threat.
Persuasion.
Are you sure? Because you're definitely...
I can use intimidation, yeah.
It sounds more like the subtle intimidation. Okay, well...
There you go.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, at least it's not a plus 13 to initiative. That shit's ridiculous. He narrows his eyes a bit more, and he says, I have not attacked you. and yet you speak to me as if you're dissuading me from enacting violence.
We do not. We're not going to attack you unless provoked, Mirage. We're just telling you that we are here for a reason, and if you do not care for that reason, and perhaps maybe you are, for some reason, here against your will, or maybe you're here for you want more knowledge. That's all fine with us, but Marlos will not be walking out of here alive.
His shoulders slump just a bit, and he says, I'm sorry, but I require him continuing his pursuits to make the proper environment for mine.
It seems so horrible to destroy somebody who has so much knowledge and who is such a fine craftsman. Can we not dissuade you?
He says, your efforts are probably best focused on the other cults, for all that Marlos has done, if I am correct, is take some devices from the industry in that settlement near the center of the region.
Is that what he told you? He just went in there and took some things?
He narrows his eyes at Zachary a little bit more and he says, there's a bit more to it, but his other actions have no consequence. And you see the puddle of mud continue to ripple.
I'm gonna lean over and whisper to him. He seems pretty fanatical to me, for as much as he says he's not a fanatic.
Mm-hmm. Hum is like tapping Zachriel's leg. She's very nervous about this.
What is it that you seek?
To further my understanding of, and he lifts like a little column of mud, the ooze and all of the energies that are associated with it.
Propose I happen to know of a few select people who are knowledgeable, and you could gain or ascertain their knowledge.
He just stares.
Hum whispers over to Delia and says, no, he's just keeping us busy. He's a fanatic.
Yeah.
Laura,
Can I make an insight check for fanaticism?
Sure. You've had a whole conversation to listen to. Go ahead and make an insight check.
Seems like an honest guy.
Big oof.
I don't know, guys. I really think he's just a craftsman here. He will be mildly perturbed by the removal of his boss, but he doesn't seem to be meaning any ill towards us. I think we go.
I'm going to start walking.
Hum is not so convinced. She grabs Tadias' leg as he walks by.
What?
No.
What?
Don't go.
If we piss him off killing his boss, he'll come find us. We'll take care of him then.
And if he comes with mud monsters that make it impossible for us to move,
Mud monsters?
dude can work with mud. This is dangerous.
Of all the magics I'm afraid of, mud is not topping the list. Lilia's fire stuff seems much more intimidating.
Zachariah.
I wouldn't be so.
I can
Ready
see
to
you
dismiss
talking
him.
amongst yourselves. Do you need anything else, or will you leave me in peace?
Close the door, Vox.
I slowly close the door.
All right.
We're going to regret this. I feel it down in
agree.
my bones. Can you?
Zachariah, does Stunis say anything?
No.
No, that's a good question for the DM. The vibe you get from Sunnis during that whole conversation is, this man is dangerous. And is potential to be an enemy. And you can just feel it, like, she doesn't like this guy at all. It's the same kind of anger, and the same, actually, it's the same kind of anger that you felt from her the first time you were encountering Earth cultists, before she really, like, returned to her, all of her faculties, with her soul essence being trapped in the spade and all.
Sunny doesn't like him. He reminds her she's angry. She thinks he's a threat. Yeah,
I agree with
believes
Sunni.
Okay.
That it's similar to how she was trapped in the shovel.
Okay, I'm gonna kick the door open and shoot my bow.
All right, roll initiative.
Kick it open and it's like, I lied.
Alright, let me get...
You promised you would save me last.
You promised me you'd save me for last. Alright, let's see here. Need to do some initiatives. Oh, of course. Okay, hang on. Fucking shit. Toggle. Oh, toggle. And then, need these dudes here. Oh, that was a spoiler. Oh boy. Okay. We all rolled initiative. Let me sort it. Get rid of this Durgar I got here. Alrighty. So, as you kick the door in, adventurer style, he reacts immediately, and he lifts both of his hands up, and these gouts of mud form up on either side, and you still have a clear shot at him, but you can see that they're starting to form into creatures. Go ahead and roll your attack as I switch the musics. Oh, it's Hum's turn. So Hum, kick things off as I...
Hum is going to throw dissonant whispers at him.
Throw dissonant whispers at him. Alrighty. Wow, that roll was sad. Oh, it's only 3 sad.
It was, but she's throwing it at level 4, so she's going to add 4 other d6 or 3 other d6s to it.
Alrighty. Okay. I need to make a save. That's a whiz save, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Alright. Wow, this guy is not very good. Never mind.
Fuck.
He just rolled well. Okay, so he's gonna take half of that, which is 10. And he cringes as he feels that psychic energy fuck with him a bit.
He has to... let me key the spell for you.
He doesn't because he saved.
Oh, that's true. Never mind.
Sorry about that. So, Vox, you see these creatures made of mud come out of the mud puddle, and they're ambulatory and they start moving, but it's your turn.
Well, I want to take care of him so he doesn't make any more, so I'm going to shoot my bow off at him.
Alright.
Now, do I I get advantage of it on it.
You do. He's not surprised, but you do. That is... Let me check here. Holy fuck. Roll 20, please. That's a hit. So you... Oh no, you still get sneak attack because it's advantage, so roll sneak attack. That's a lot. God, math is hard. 29. Alright.
I'm gonna step to the side.
Alrighty, well, this creature bumbles up, and, it's gonna do something. Oh, I know what it's gonna do. Kind of walks over to here, and then it's going to draw its mud arm back, and it lurches forward, and this big glob of mud splashes onto Zachariel and Vox. And it's going to be... Need you guys to make a DC 17 dex save as this thing erupts. And...
What's he spewing?
It's mud.
Is that like an area effect?
You,
Do I get evasion?
this is not damage. So roll your save.
Oh, sorry.
Well, 25 makes it anyway. So
The 6?
No. Your speed is halved.
8.
Your speed is halved, Zachariel. And you are you're coated in this mud, and your arms are struggling to move. Your speed's halved. You can't make more than one attack on your turn. You cannot cast a spell you can't cast a spell that has both a verbal and somatic component. And you can try to slough it off on your turn. Oh, what the fuck, really? Okay, well, they rolled the same AC, so this one's going to advance over here and protect Mirage. And that Durgar shouldn't be there. Bye-bye. Zachariel, it's your turn. You're covered in mud.
Alright, I will Can I slough and move? Or move and slough?
You can, yeah. It's going to be an
Well,
action to try to get this off of you.
Well, in that case, I'll try and shake it off me first. What kind of... Oh, it's just an action to remove it?
No, sorry, it's a strength check. As this mud's weighing you down, and you have to really work to get it off of you so you can move properly. Ooh.
Alright, I will slowly move.
Right in the way of this guy. Perfect. Alrighty. Did I not roll his... What the fuck? Hang on.
Oh, there were 17s.
Oh, I never rolled Mirages.
Oh.
God damn it. Eh. Okay, well, it's super low anyway. Tadias.
Do I chop through the rocks, or do I go get the dude in the back? I'm gonna move up and... Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I can get right here. And I'm just gonna cut up this one with Reser as best I can.
Alrighty, yeah. Alright. That is a hit.
Just start hacking at the leg as best I can. Just kind of try to topple its weight.
Have you ever tried to cut mud?
No, but I hope Magic Blades help.
Tadias is Magic Blades will make
I'm gonna
this,
improvise that.
Magic Blades will...
Yeah.
It'll cut through like flesh. No, it doesn't. You find that
right.
it's a real strain to get any kind of hit on this guy, just as much as if you were attacking a creature that's usually resistant to mundane weaponry. Are you gonna...
Copy. Well, my second attack, I'm going to improvise as the blade gets kind of stuck in there, and I just try to double hand it through.
All right.
So I'll roll that again. Ah.
That's a miss, as you're just not finding any kind of force enough to disrupt this creature.
Okay, and as a bonus action, I think I'm just going to do the wind jets and call it a turn.
All right. Who's next? Nathan.
Nathan's gonna squawk and fly in there past Zachriel's head and start like dive bombing. Are these like mud crabs?
No, they're this art is supposed to be like a humanoid creature from directly above it. So like you see like shoulders and like arms.
Oh, okay. Sounds like a mud golem.
Yeah, it's basically a mud golem.
Okay. So he's just gonna start like being a nuisance on top of this.
Alrighty. Mirage goes. He's gonna do a thing. Yeah, that's what he's doing. He is going to move over to here. Wow, roll 20, please. And he is going to cast a spell. Is he in Delia's line of sight?
Is this door on a pivot?
It is on a pivot.
And then Zachriel's also in the way. I don't know if I'd be able to see him
I admire your
clearly enough.
I admire your commitment to verisimilitude. So he's gonna get that spell off, and I am not in the right page. Where am I going here? Templates. Alright. We'll do a yellow square. The ground rumbles, and the floor feels like it opens up below you. And it's going to be Zachriel, Tadias, and Vox are going to have to make, I think, dexterity saving throws.
Oh no, my bones.
Do I have disadvantage for mud?
Probably.
I can't really move very quick.
Doesn't say, that's one debuff too many, so no, you don't.
Okay.
To back. That is there now as erupting earth erupts. And it's just like really wet, but also somehow solid crags of rock. I need dex saves from you three.
That's the button.
The DC is 15. So, those of you that didn't succeed the save take 15, and Vox takes nothing because rogues. And then he schlorps into the mud. He moves a little bit more, and then you see him just sink down into it. Delia. The area ahead of you is rough terrain. Anything in that cube there?
What do you think, guys? Would Dispel Magic work on clearing this thing?
It's It's
Or is it just like permanently altered?
It's mundane, and Erupting Earth is on the wizard spell list. So if you want, you can use your reaction before your turn and make an Arcana check to try to guess what the spell is and how it works, so that Delia would know.
Sure.
Yeah, so this is Erupting Earth. You know that the junk ahead of you is mundane. There's nothing that magic can do. It's gonna have to be cleared by hand.
Okay.
But it's not cover, it's just super rough terrain.
I guess I'll step here and I'm gonna send magic missiles at level 2. I'm gonna do 2 on each one.
Alright. So we're gonna have to... Oh, well.
Oh my
Wow.
god.
Magic Missile is pretty poop. So they each take 4 damage as these little pockets of space appear.
4 d4s, and they were all 1s.
Yup. Well, at least it was guaranteed damage. What you doing?
Well, let's go forward as far as I can. Well,
So,
there.
Yeah.
And try to hit this guy in front of them with some bolts from my cross.
Alright. He towers above Zachariel, so it's not... There's no cover, so you can just aim up. Oh, Bolt Shower. Alright. So, are you spending a spell slot, or is it going to be DC 15?
I'm gonna go with DC 15.
Alrighty. Gotta make a dex save. Well, you're... Oh, they're still rolling to GM. That was a 5. So, yeah. The arrows sink into him. You weren't sure if that did much, but you see the arrows sink into him. All 5 of them. What's 17 halved? Oops. That one. Okay. Anything else?
You know what? She's gonna go ahead and send Psychic Blades just because she can.
Yeah. Lines of energy sort of just through this thing, and you can tell that it is damaged. Vox. Oh, are you done, hon?
Oh, absolutely.
Vox.
I'm gonna come into the room.
Just remember you have half movement through the terrain.
Okay, can I get this guy from here?
I think you're actually adjacent to him. So yes, you can get him with a sword.
Okay, I'm gonna do that sword. And I get sneak attack too, right?
You do. You also have advantage because of Nathan.
Okay, so roll the short sword again.
Yes. Well, take that 19, so go ahead and roll damage and sneak attack. Okay. Alrighty. That's its turn. It's going to towards Vox. And the mud elemental is going to bear down its arm. Oh, why is it still the GM? Public. What? Okay, well, 13 doesn't hit her. Okay. A crit. You have been crit, and the damage incoming is gonna be 24. And you're also restrained until the start of your next turn as you're coated in mud. You're restrained until the start of your next turn. Which basically just means you have advantage, or enemies have advantage on you until the start of your next turn. The next one lumbers up to here. Oh, roll 20. Why you suck so hard. And is going to try to bear down on Tadias.
Of course he is.
So for some reason, even though I'm doing public, it's still saying it's going to the GM. So I don't know why it's doing that. 13 misses. 19.
19. 13. It's 13 with the air flows?
Yeah.
So it's 13 plus my intelligence 17. 19 will just hit, yeah.
Alright. 14 bludgeoning, and you are restrained until the start of your next turn.
Ooch, my bones.
That's it for them. Zachriel, you're still covered in mud.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna have to deal with that.
I'm gonna have to restart my thing, so I'm just gonna do that. Go ahead and roll your thing. To try.
I'm gonna try one more time to shake it.
Alrighty. Oh, you
that's
shake
a
it.
save.
That's fine. It's the same modifier. Oh, well, wait. That's actually important.
-4?
-4? So that makes it 16?
Yeah.
It's not enough.
Alright. Well, I'll just stay where I am.
Alrighty. Tadias.
So I'm restrained, and it's an action to get at.
You're not restrained anymore.
Oh, you did. He fixed it. Oh, all right. So then I'm just gonna, I guess, continue to cut him up. But I think I'm gonna move out of this thing first. It's a rough terrain in the square.
Yeah.
All right. So that's 10, and that's grabbing Zach. That's 20. Yeah. And then I'll start working on this one.
All right.
I'm gonna do another improvise. All right. Try this again.
That's a hit.
Ugh.
Alrighty.
Attack number 2.
Doing more work. That also hits. Their AC is 16.
All right. And I still have a bonus action, so I'm going to do that third attack. And hopefully it looks like I did a chunk to it.
You did do a chunk to it. That is a miss. Alrighty.
So I just start breathing real heavy with the mud just caking on me and start just wicking it off of my face in places.
Nathan.
Is there like actually patches of moss on these dudes?
No. Just
Okay.
the best thing I could find.
He's just gonna keep squawking and dive bombing, and I'm gonna give him the order that if the guy comes back up, I want him to like be harassing him instead.
All right. Delia.
Okay, guys. I'm thinking about holding a lightning bolt until he pops back up. What do you think?
Top of the round. Tactics chat.
Do what you do.
I mean, would it be better for me to just like do outright damage to
I'm
the
just
mud
worried
elementals, or
I'm worried about the damage that they're taking right now.
Oh, I'm good. Do you have like anything to control him or like stop him from going invisible or whatever?
Didn't go invisible. You saw him slurp into the mud.
Okay. Do you have anything to freeze the mud?
No, I don't have it prepared. I can, like... See, I could, like, thunder wave the mud, but that's really loud.
Can you, hypothetically, if I use the shovel to scoop out a patch of mud and then you thunderwave, and it would that deafen the sound?
Oh boy.
Mike?
No, because you'd have to, like... Delia would have to, like, somehow subsume herself in the mud and then cast it in the mud. I don't think that's possible with the rules.
Okay.
And how my personal interpretation of how magic casting works.
Well, just do what you think is best.
When in doubt, hurt the enemy in front of you. That's what I do. When I'm a player.
Okay, well then I'm gonna send a fireball in there.
Ooh. Steamed mud. Alrighty. Fireball.
Making pottery out of them.
That's a sad higher level. Alrighty, they need to roll some dex saves. Probably not gonna make him. And now that I say that, of course they do. Except for one. So one makes it. So what's that? 30... Or no, that's 29. 29, yeah.
14.
Thank you. And then this guy takes the whole kit. Which was 29. This one has, like, dried mud and cracks all along it and doesn't look like it has much more left in it. This one's still pretty healthy. Let's see what you got, Hum.
Well, quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Would they be considered 5 feet apart?
Oh, definitely. They're within 5 feet apart.
How do I use 10 bolt?
By spending 2 actions putting the bolts in. Because you used it last turn, I think. So you have no more bolts loaded. So you'd have to spend 2 actions doing that.
Okay, I'm just going to shoot 5 bolts at him.
Well, that's an action to load, so you wouldn't be able to use it. But you can use a bonus action to load too. That's how the item's written.
Okay.
Come again.
Sorry, I'm a little discombobulated.
Mm-hmm. That's fine.
So I know I can only use 2, but I'm going to use 2 bolts right now.
They both fail, so they both take 2d6 piercing. Alrighty. More arrows. An arrow over each sinks into both. And whittling them down. Vox.
Okay, so stabby that guy.
Stab.
And Nathan's
Oh, yes.
preoccupied. Yeah.
You have advantage. That's a hit. Or go ahead and roll sneak attack as well. Okay. My math brain is working. Alrighty. This one is on its last legs. And on its last legs, it's going to try to bear down on Vox, who's done the most damage to it. I wonder if I... No, okay. 12 doesn't hit you. And neither does 10. Why is it doing that? Okay. All my mobs are not doing to people anymore. This one goes and is going to shorp around to here. Oh my god. And it's going to hurl some mud at Vox and Tadias. So I need Vox and Tadias to make dexterity saving throws. You save. Both of you save as you just avoid this explosion of mud, and it just all plops to the ground, and that's his turn. Zachriel, you're free.
Alright, so I'm not... Oh,
You saved.
like it's off me?
Oh wait, no, it's not. Sorry, you're still
No.
fucked up.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
Well, I can't keep trying to get this off me right now, and I see that other one hurling mud, so I'm just gonna accept my fate.
All right.
So I can make one attack, right?
Yep. No,
Can I make bonus actions, or...
Yes. Are you gonna try to knock this guy down?
I'm gonna try and knock him down.
All right. It's gonna be tough. Well, maybe not too tough. You knock it down. You grit your teeth and push the shield into it, and it goes prone.
And then I stab shooting into it.
You can see dry earth kind of just crumbling off of it as it falls. And go ahead and roll damage. And it's like you splash it, and the whole thing just sinks back into the mud.
Then I'm gonna move over here.
Alright. Tadias.
Is this
the mud-
solid ground or is
No,
this
it's not.
even thick mud?
It's super thick mud. It's 3 times rough terrain.
I think I'm just gonna move up and use my action to clear Zachriel.
Alright, you can definitely do that. It's a strength check, it's not athletics.
Oh, great. Sorry.
That is not enough. As you're just sloughing off pieces of mud, and you're just like, it's like really thick, viscous too. And you just don't manage it.
Okay, if that's the case, I'm gonna zoom back here,
sorry.
get around this thing, and get on the other side of it.
Alrighty. Nathan.
Nathan's gonna do what he does best around this guy. He can't help get the mud off of Zachriel, right?
No, not at all.
Okay.
It's your turn, Delia.
I'm gonna shoot a firebolt at this one.
Yeah. Cook
Do
it.
I get advantage
Yes,
from
you do.
Nathan?
And if I'm getting that wrong, then I don't care. I'll look it up later. That's a critical. Steamy earth. That's 19 damage.
I don't know why it's rolling a 6 for my critical.
What the fuck?
Probably haven't changed it. Oh, it's just rolling flat.
That's weird. Okay, well, roll 2d10 real quick. Yeah, that's better. That was almost as much damage as a fireball. It's sizzling and popping, and there's this, you know when you look at a desert and you see the dry cracks, it's like that.
Hum is gonna shoot 2 wand charges at it.
Alright. So that's gonna be another
20.
20. Dang. It's starting to whittle down and it's starting to move a little slower. Bucks, you don't have advantage this time.
Okay, can I get in between Zach and Tadias?
No, because he's taking that space. He's taking up that space there.
Okay, I'm gonna... Yeah, take up my short bow and shoot it with a short bow.
Alright. Short board. That's a hit. You have sneak attack. The arrow comes out the other side, but the hole that it makes just like fills in with mud. Alright, that one's dead. This one goes. And is going to try to slam down on Zachriel and then once on Tadias. So Zachriel, 14 misses you. 16 on Tadias misses him. Zachriel.
Okay. I will attack. But first. Oof.
Let's see. There's a chance he won't, Yeah, you knock him down. He rolled a 7.
Oh my god.
Plop! Unfortunately, that's not enough to hit.
Oof.
Tadias.
Well, seeing this slumped muddy boy on the ground, I'm gonna slash him up.
Alright.
Oh, with advantage. Whoops.
15 misses.
Either way. Yeah, I'm not gonna do the improvise. Let's do it again.
$18 hits. Okay.
And then I'm gonna try to dink him with the shield, I guess.
Alright. That's a hit. Whatever. I would call that bludgeoning. Alrighty. Nathan. Die bombing?
Yep.
Delia.
I'm gonna do another firebolt.
You have disadvantage because he's prone.
But advantage from Nathan, so straight roll.
Oh, yes, you're correct. That's a hit. For 11. This guy is messed up. Hum.
Well, she's gonna send over a mind sliver. Why not?
Why not? What is that, an end save?
Yeah.
8. 7. Yes. So what happens is the psychic energy disrupts it enough, and it just it just melts into the ground, and just kind of starts pouring back into the mud. And you're out of initiative.
Can we take 5?
Yes, we can. I was just gonna suggest that. Thanks for reminding me.
Alright, be back.
Okie doke. We're back. Alrighty, so the mud elementals just kind of disappear into the floor. Not the floor, into the mud puddle.
Are these statues around the room?
They are statues. They're statues of dwarves holding maces. And between them are these shelves that look like they're full of alchemical reagents.
How heavy are these statues?
They're solid rocks, so they look pretty friggin' heavy.
I'm gonna touch Suni up to one of these statues.
She says, being aware of her surroundings vaguely, she says, this seems to just be a likeness of a dwarf.
Oh, okay.
What were they using these for?
Well, if I had to guess, he was just crafting. Perhaps something to fill his time, or maybe they'll come to life eventually.
Seems
Speaking
like
of
the
mirage.
puddle.
Go ahead, Tom.
Go ahead, Case.
Oh, I was just gonna say it seemed like the puddle was the interesting part to him. I don't know that the statues are either here or.
Yeah, he's either still in there or the puddle is that has like branches or pathways or is some sort of escape.
Could be
Maybe there's
similar
a
to our
room.
doors.
A room down below.
Well, there was that puddle out in the hallway. I wonder if he has like portals, like mud portals.
What a strange person. I just start slopping this mud off myself.
Yeah, eventually you get it off. You're quite dirty, but you are able to move with ease now.
I'm in a second here.
Anybody else doing anything in this room?
So those alchemical reagents on the wall. Anything we see that's worth anything? I'm just poking around.
Someone's poking around. We find a wooden chest stowed under one of the work tables.
Ooh. I show said chest to die.
Looks fancy.
They look
Simple.
simple.
To pop it open.
Simple.
I don't know. You think it's safe?
What's the worst that could happen? Can I investigate to see what's the worst that could happen?
Sure you can. It's mundane as hell.
Looks fine.
Let's pump this mundane as hell case open and see what's inside. Hum cracks it open.
You find a cache of monies. That much gold and a potion that you determined to be a potion of water breathing.
I tossed that over to Tadias and I put the cash in our little pocket of money we.
Wait. Does water breathing work in mud?
I don't want to be the one that learns if it doesn't.
Well, I'm sure we can just all hope desperately that this doesn't come back to bite us in the ass.
Oh,
I'm sure it will.
Does he have any books or anything on the shelves?
Notebooks. And you actually find something that appeals to Delia, which are these vials of mineral salts.
Ooh.
But you do find several notebooks that seem to journal his experiments.
I'm taking them.
All right.
Stuffing them in my backpack to read later.
All right. What now?
Skip along over to everyone else.
Did you find something?
I found some notebooks. I can't wait
Always
to
good.
read the ravings of a madman, obsessed with the ooze, as he called it.
Aren't all mages just madmen? Obsessed with their particular craft?
Delia gives sort of like a contemplative look. You know, I never really thought of it that way, but you're probably right.
I missed what Zachariel asked. What did you say?
He said, aren't all mages madmen with their particular craft? Or aren't all mages madmen? Yeah.
Some people take it too far, though.
Yeah, some people take it into the afterlife.
Let's try not to take us to the afterlife.
Agreed.
Speaking of, how was everyone doing?
I could do with a breather.
As could I.
Kind of banged up a little bit, but I could keep going.
I'm good.
I wouldn't mind maybe an hour to sit, breathe a little.
You sure we have that? What if he's gone to inform Marlos of our... I'm sure he already knows we're here.
Yeah,
I
there's no
have a
way he
feeling they
doesn't.
know we're here
Then why aren't they coming for us?
because they want us to come to them.
Strategic. Wear ourselves out. Traipsing all over the place.
And seeing they aren't running at us, finding a little alcove here where we could be safe and defend ourselves might be a great thing to do.
That room
Oh.
with the Duragar in it seemed like a pretty good position.
At least we can see directly down the hall.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, perhaps myself and Dadias could take one of those doors and put it in front of the hallway so nothing could interrupt us. At least without us knowing.
Is that where you guys are going?
I feel like that's where Hum's headed.
Yep.
All right. So you walk back into the room with the dead kobolds on the floor and the dead bullet. You make your way back, and
There's also, I don't know if you guys saw it, but as we were passing, there's a door over here.
Hey, Dadias, what is that?
What is what?
I point down this hall with the glowing thing at the end.
oh, yes. You see what looks like from far away, it looks like a thundercloud in front of some kind of big statue.
Can I make some sort of arcana check on it to identify it?
Sure. Yeah. Trying to contextualize this for Tadias. It looks like some kind of notch or node of elemental energy.
It's
And it
a
kind of-
point of elemental energy.
It kind of reminds you of the way back into the air temple from the fire temple.
It might be best not to mess with it for now.
Agreed. Just strange.
Hum shoves the bodies of these Duragars out the door,
All right.
where she does her
best to what?
to drag them out.
You see Hum slowly moving the bodies.
I'll help her.
You all stack the bodies in front of the door.
The bodies make me a little nervous.
Didn't
Not
we
like
want
we
them
haven't-
out of the door?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you move them out? Okay. I thought you were using them as like a barricade.
It's not like we haven't fought zombie skeletons before. You know, it's right to be nervous.
I'm gonna have Nathan watch outside.
All right. Do you shut the door?
Of course.
All right. Mm-mm-mm.
Hum sits in the middle of her bed and she plays the Song of Rest.
Let me check something. Okay. Go ahead and roll. Go ahead and resolve a short rest. You know this music, it just is.
That's for you guys all. I rolled a critical roll.
Everybody gets an
Yeah.
additional 8.
There you go.
Whoa!
Copy link address. I think.
All right, so let's see. 10, 15, 25, 31, 4.
Nothing happens over your short rest. Let me know when you're ready to continue.
I'm ready.
Ready to go.
Ready.
Already.
All right. Well, tell me what you're doing.
Hum runs over to the little slit, the arrow slit, and looks out to see if she can see any.
Unfortunately, they really screwed over the dynamic lighting, so I wish I could reveal like the little gap. But you actually look out and you can see near that little puddle of mud, there's some tracks. Just a couple that look like they come out of it, but then they quickly like fade as if the mud already like got off the shoes of whatever might have crawled out of there. And you can't really tell where they're going. Just that something stepped out of the pile of mud.
I go back and report that.
It was probably Mirage.
Should we try and
No.
follow?
I mean, they were pretty faded. They faded pretty quickly. I don't know that we'd be able to follow very far.
I'm gonna try and save my big spells for the big bad guy, just in case he comes back to bite us in the re.
I may have a spell slot saved for polymorph. Where are we going?
Well, we can check out this door quickly.
All right.
I feel like those are famous last words.
What do you do at the door?
I'm gonna take one out of Vox's book and put my ear up against it. hear anything?
Roll a perception check. It's gonna be a very high DC. Oh my god. Well,
Get it.
you hear. Well, there's no reasonable way you could hear this. You just hear silence.
It's clear. Let's go.
I'm gonna open the door.
Actually, you know what? I changed the world. You hear faint. You hear faint talking. Like, if you the talking you hear, it sounds like it's nowhere near the door in whatever room is beyond, but it's somewhere within the confines of where this door leads.
That kind of echoey through the walls of a motel kind of talking, like
Exactly.
where you barely hear it. You just know that someone's talking. Right.
Exactly.
I'm gonna put my finger up to my lips with like the little shush, and I'm gonna kind of quietly open the door and go into stealth.
All right. Well, roll a stealth check for. Well, okay. Quietly opening the door, not a problem. I'm not gonna make you roll stealth for quietly turning a door. It does creak a little bit, but immediately you're met with a cultist sleeping on a bed, both in stat block and actual roll. And you can see through the door here what looks like somebody looking up at a person you can't see, and they look dreadfully bored.
2 more in the corner. Over there. I point out to them.
I love that you're whispering even.
I'm gonna take out one of the daggers and kind of like nod to them, like we're about to breach real loud.
You're about to what real loud?
Breach.
Oh, okay.
Vox nods.
And with that, I'm gonna just charge in and try to dagger the one in the corner from a distance.
This one?
So probably initiative. It's gonna be this one. I'm gonna be trying to like get 30 feet and chuck one.
Okay, well, yes. Okay. So go ahead and do the movement. And then
all right.
as you're like, as you're charging in before everything erupts, you can hear the voice from here. You turn around and you see sitting on a cot another cultist that looks like it has the same plate armor as that burrow shark that you had just slain an hour and some minutes ago. And as you're like running forward, about to sling your dagger, you hear him saying, "Well, he says, well, the common technique of pounding a bullet. I've been devising a different technique with more nuance and care. Mine is well kept, and I treat him with the most tenderness." And then you throw your dagger. Roll initiative. And I'm gonna grab different music. We're gonna do PoE. And I'm going to roll some initiatives. Also, I'm going to describe the room a little bit. This large suite contains several small rooms linked by low archways, which you are throwing a dagger through right now, Tadias. Brown curtains offer some amount of privacy for some of the rooms, and martial displays cover the walls. Shields and crossed swords, tattered banners, and a few mounted monster heads, including a manticore. So let me get some initiatives rolling here, because I can get their stat blocks up and ready. Oh boy, roll 20. Why? Phew. Okay.
Hey, Nixie. There you go.
wake up, we'll find out. Okay. Sort. Oh shit. Okay. So Vox, you see Tadias run in there. It's your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna go around Zachriel. Okay, I'm going to go up to the guy here and stab me.
He's asleep in a bunk. This is assassinate incarnate. You definitely have advantage. He's definitely surprised. And the dice say, I agree.
Wow.
Double critical.
Don't even have to worry about the feature. So go ahead and roll your damage. I mean, he's dead. There's no
We
way.
need to see the numbies.
We need to see the numbies.
Yeah, so we got to see the numb.
And then
You gotta roll all of them sixes.
sneak attack twice. Alright, well, I mean... Just... nothing. Slaying people in their beds.
I imagined I covered his mouth, and then I like sliced his
Do you know what
throat.
death tastes like? Yeah. He is dead. Alrighty. And you hear a, This guy hasn't woken up yet. Delia.
I guess I'm gonna step into the room here. And I don't... That guy's, like, sleeping in bed over there?
This one, yes. Sorry. And you see through the door, I think you see through the door, that one also. Yeah, just barely, into the dark room over there. You kind of figure he's not going to be asleep for long.
If I firebolt him, how does that work? Am I gonna have disadvantage because he's like lying in bed?
It's going to be averaged out. Well, nah, he's not... Common sense prevails. I think you would have advantage because, like, it's a target. You see a lump in a sack, so...
Okay. I am gonna firebolt the one in here.
Alright. Hit. Let's see. So he's like laying with his legs facing you, so it's grisly. I mean, you just destroy his lower body.
Oh no.
And I'll just leave that to your imagination. But he...
Thank you.
He is toast. Literally. That cultist doesn't get a turn. But he does cry out, and attention is turned toward that direction. So you've lost the sense of surprise. So this guy pops out of bed and takes up this big club. Doesn't have any armor on though, and he says, "They're here!" And he is just sort of discombobulated and swinging his club around, but he's quite unarmored. Tadias, your dagger throw.
Yeah, let's see what we can do.
This guy looks up.
Stuff.
This guy looks up at you as you come in the room, and he's like, "Oh shit!" Who are you hitting though? This guy?
Yeah, the one I could see from the doorway.
Alrighty.
I don't know about the other one really.
That's a hit. That's a kill. as you hear the steam from the blood flint doing its work, and he just collapses.
Okay, and then I'm gonna move in here, and I'm gonna try to shield check this one right here.
Who the fuck?
I'm gonna use my last improvise.
Clang off of his armor, and he starts to stand up from his bed. He says, "You picked the wrong person." Zachriel.
Alright. I'm gonna come in the room. I see this guy. I'm gonna knock him over.
Alrighty.
Can he beat a 28?
First I gotta fucking get a oh, wait, that's not a sheet. Damn it. Where'd a sheet go? There it is. Can he beat a 28? The answer... Well, the answer is he uses his reaction to stay standing. Unyielding. That's a hit. He's not armored, by the way, so it's just wham, wham.
I'm gonna make that a brutal.
Alrighty. 1, 2, 3. Math is hard. 13 plus 15 is 28. Okay. So he's just like, everyone! And then you just come in and you try to knock him prone. He's just like, he grabs your shield and just like, and he starts lifting up his weapon. And then
He lifts up his weapon. I take Tooney's teeth and grate him across his stomach. Rip open his bowel.
and he just collapses. Nasty. The burrow shark, who's labeled as Dynath, stands up and takes his spear and he twirls it around all showy like and starts an assault on Tadias. 1, 2, 3. 3?
I'll take 3.
There we go.
That's 2 hits. That's ouch.
Yeah, big ouch, as he drives it into your body, despite... Oh, you didn't use the thing. I think... Nope, yeah. Okay. That's his turn. Hum.
Hum is going to run in here, and she gets to where she can see this guy. And she is going to use a spell.
A spell. Let's see. Wait, what?
Hold on.
I didn't know you were adding the spell. That's not... Is that...
This is what we talked about last week.
I know, but... Wait, did I nerf it? I don't remember doing that. Now I have to go back to our thingy. What?
Yeah, something's not right.
Okay, well... Oh, F and A, okay. Wisdom saving throw.
You have that keyed off your strength, so it's subtracting 1.
Well, also the damage dice are wrong. Okay. Wisdom saving throw. Let me do that. So he turns... What does Hum... I want to know if Hum says anything to get his attention, to make him do this.
She says, "Hey, stupid! Stop hitting yourself!"
What are you talking? And then his arm just kind of like stop, just like with the spear, just like reaches out, and then he clocks himself in the head with it. And I think that's 2d10. Please roll 2d10. Damn, boy. Ah! What? Anything else?
She's also going to throw a vicious mockery at it
Oh, man. Brutal.
with her, and says, "You're gonna die."
He just growls. What's Nathan doing?
I think I'm just gonna have Nathan go into I'm gonna see how far I can get.
As you're doing that, hey, Miles, did you track the damage on Tadias?
Oh, I'm still in the thing with my cursor, so.
I'm gonna have him scout out the rest of this place, and he can get here.
He sees a cultist, like, getting to his feet. Other than that, that's it. And why the fuck isn't the sight working? Hello? Oh, wait, what? You're controlling it. It has sight. Durr? Should be giving you sight. Oh, but it doesn't give everyone else sight. Durr. Okay. Anyway, it sees that.
There's one more, you guys.
Vox.
If I can say that on Nathan's turn.
You can.
Okay, I'm gonna go by. I can squeeze by Tadias.
You can. You can squeeze by
And
Tadias, and you see
I'm going to stab him.
he looks really confused at his spear in his arm. You don't have advantage, though.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to turn that on.
So, your short sword clings off of his plate, and he looks at Vox angrily. This cultist, he looks at Nathan kind of oddly. What? And then he looks down, he sees Vox, and he just runs past the creature. Nathan can't make an opportunity attack. And he's going to try to stab Nox in the back as he runs at her with a knife. Or a scimitar. Doesn't hit him. Doesn't hit her, though. She hears him coming. Delia.
I'm gonna come up here and we'll firebolt this guy.
I think... Yeah, he's got half cover from you.
Okay.
The firebolt just strikes the wall into nothing. Alright.
And that'll be it.
That guy is dead. Tadias, you got ouched by this guy.
I most certainly did. Let's see. I think I'm going to use my first attack of my attack action to try to actually trip him.
Alright. Gonna be a contest. He... No.
Yeah. I'm going to do it again.
Okay. Oh, he has an athletics proficiency. He uses his reaction to not make that happen.
That's what I wanted. Bonus action, I'm going to hit him with my shield.
Alright. That misses.
Dang. That'll be turn.
Alrighty. Zachariel.
Alright. I'm going to come running in here, and from the door, I'm going to jump at him and try and knock him prone.
Alright.
This is not my day.
He's just... And he's, like, circling... Now he looks like he's back in his control as he's, like, taking these attempts to knock him down in stride. But he gets clocked anyway.
That's going to be a trip.
Okay. Give me the damage. 14
Trip
damage.
is strength save,
Strength.
DC 16.
Strength save. Where's your strength save? You knock him prone! He's prone.
Alright. I hit him with the shovel again.
With advantage this time. He says, haha, you can't knock me down! Boom! He, like, his head slams into the bed as he's scrambling to get up, and then that crit happens. Roll that damage.
That's going to be another brutal.
Oh. It's gonna be 10 and another 5, 8. Oh, shit. 16 plus 5 is 21?
29, I think, total?
24. Oh, in total,
wrong.
I already subtracted the first 10.
30.
31.
Math is hard.
Yes, okay. He is messed up and he's scrambling to get to his feet. He does get to his feet. And then he angrily glares at Zachriel. And then he says, he looks over Vox and says, alert Yarsha. And then he looks at Zachriel and starts to attack. 1. Oh, no. 22, 6 piercing. Crit! For 13. That's the end of his turn. Hum.
Hum can only see this guy. So she is going to throw that cantrip at him.
Alright, wisdom saving throw. It's not psychic damage, it's bludgeoning, but he fails, and he hits himself really hard, and you see blood just kind of pour down his face. Nathan. Nathan sees this guy starting to turn and run the opposite direction toward the door here.
He's gonna like get all in this guy's face.
Alright. Vox.
Okay, well, since he's going the other way, I need to stop. So I'm going to stabby him.
You have advantage too because of Nathan. That is just enough to hit.
Kind of slow.
Yeah. Roll 20 being roll 20. Even without sneak attack, you just gut him and he collapses to the floor. Anything else, Vox?
That's it.
Alright. Delia. Finish the fight. Maybe. It's pretty crowded in there.
Could I get in there and like behind Tadias?
Yeah, you could. You have enough movement to do that. You would take an opportunity
I'm just
attack from the
gonna-
guy, though.
Oh, that's right.
But then you can stop us from knocking him down.
Sure, let's do it.
What are you doing?
I'm moving in there.
Okay.
I'm just gonna like
Well, he's
squeeze by Zachriel and Tadias and then like look up and see him up there and be like, oh my god, and then move backward.
He's gonna attack.
Okay.
11.
Nope.
Nope. All right.
And we will I'll just peek around Tadias and firebolt him.
All right. Roll damage. He firebolt just burns a hole through his neck and he collapses on the bed. A little smoldering cloud, or a whiff of smoke, and you're out of initiative.
Why won't these guys fall?
Does the spear look fancy?
The spear looks like it has harpoons on it, or it has It's man, what the fuck?
Barbed?
Yeah, it's barbed. That's the word I wanted.
Trying to remember if I have an earth cult weapon. I got a water one.
Did you take one of the clubs from the armored guys? The super.
Ooh, I
armored
think I
guys?
do have one of those, so I don't need one of these. I gotta work on getting some fire ones. Get my collection going. So I'll just kind of throw it on the ground on the side. Well, at least we don't have them sneaking behind us.
It is strange how they didn't attack when we fought the other ones.
Well, you today I saw that they were asleep.
We made a lot of noise.
He saw what he saw.
Then let's get out of here
Fireballs.
sleepers. Didn't that... I guess they're probably used to the sound of the burrow shark jumping.
Maybe. That makes sense, actually. I'm gonna check around underneath beds and make sure there's nothing we're missing.
Alrighty. Let me check the see what we got here. Well, let's see. Around the area, there's some foot lockers that have changes of clothes, but nothing else of value. But that's in the room itself.
And there's no signs of anything for me to investigate more. Probably just content with.
Found the objects.
Well, Tadias, this guy here was headed this way. Looks like there's a door over here.
All right, we can keep going. I'll do another door hearing.
You don't hear anything.
Seems good. Let's go. Slowly open the door.
Opening the door reveals the hallway that you looked down before.
I wonder if that thing, in some way... No, it couldn't be. Delia, do you think that thing might send them to another place?
Where's
like some of
Delia's-
the other ones did?
Where's Delia's token?
Underneath Nathan.
Oh, okay. Now that
Does
you're-
it look similar to like the other portals we've seen?
Well, now that you're a little closer, you can sort of hear the sound, the sort of crackle of lightning in this little thing. I gotta scroll a bunch. Oh boy. Yeah. Does it look well? So now that Delia's getting eyes on it, why don't you roll an Arcana check?
Ooh.
Well, it could be. It wouldn't be the first time you've seen something like that and it leads somewhere else.
Yeah, I'm really not sure. It could be, but it could also not be.
The Grand definitely wants to lead this way, but perhaps it's safer to go the other path.
I am unsure.
I don't relish the idea of getting close to it.
Fox, since you're a little closer, you see one hallway down there. You see that a dark cloud hovers at the center of this room, flashing with apparent lightning. You see the alcove at the very end, opposite of you, holds a 10-foot tall statue depicting a crude humanoid form composed of earth boulders and sharp crystals. One massive rocky fist is raised above his blunt head. Shattered rubble from an older statue lies heaped around the pedestal on which this figure stands.
Gonna creep up a little bit more.
Gonna creep up a little bit more? Creep up a little bit more, and you feel your hair sort of stand a little bit. kind of sound.
Well, perhaps if this is a portal, if it doesn't lead to another place we're unsure of it, should we check some of the more less portal routes? I've seen some halls back the other way.
We can always come back to it. These places have a tendency to loop back on themselves anyway.
It's true.
All right. Well, with the intent to travel back, I believe, back southward from where you were before, from Mirage's room and all that, we'll continue next week.
Bye, Joy.
Bye, Joy.
Bye, Joy.
Bye, Joy.
Bye, Joy.
Bye, Joy.